In our previous video, we discussed about the errors can be located in 3 different stages. What are those 3 different stages? Errors can be located before trial balance preparation. Errors can be located after preparing trial balance and before preparing the final accounts. The third one, errors can be located after preparing trial balance and final accounts. It's not the question of located. See, for example, if the error is located before preparing the trial balance, that has to be rectified immediately. You can't wait till such time the final accounts are being prepared. You should not wait, right? So, as soon as the error is located, you need to rectify it. But the treatment differs. If the error is located before preparing the trial balance, the treatment differs. If the error is located after preparing the trial balance and before preparing the final accounts, there is some different treatment. If the error is located after preparing trial balance and final accounts, the treatment differs, right? That is the reason why these 3 stages are very important for us to understand. So, in those 3 stages, what we did, we learnt about, with illustrations, we learnt about the errors identified or located before preparing the trial balance and how to rectify them. I gave with examples as well. Few examples I have taken and explained to you. Right? So, now what we are supposed to do is we need to work on some illustrations. While explaining that, I also told you 2 things. These errors can be rectified with a complete entry. What do you mean by complete entry? For every debit there should be a corresponding credit. For every credit there should be a corresponding debit. So if you could prepare a journal entry by showcasing debit and credit both, that is called a complete entry. So these errors can be rectified by passing a complete entry or one-side entry. Right? So we already worked upon some of the illustrations where one-side entries can be worked upon. One-side entries can be posted. So now we need to do some more illustrations to understand how one-side entries can be posted, how complete entries can be posted to rectify those errors. That is what we need to understand, right? So I'm going to take one illustration from Institute material and explain today. Are you ready? Hi, my name is Krishna Akumalla. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are going to work on one important illustration which is extracted from Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in today's video. Right? Without wasting much time, let us get into the subject. Okay guys, as I said, we are going to work on one illustration which I took it from Institute of Chartered Accountants of India material, that to CA Foundation material, right? So this is illustration 1. What did they say in this illustration 1? How would you rectify the following errors in the books of Rama and Company? There are some mistakes happened in Rama and Company. They are asking us to rectify those errors. What are those errors? Number 1, the total to the purchase book has been undercasted by 100. So purchase book has been undercasted by 100. I am reading the problem. The returns inward book has been undercasted by 50. So returns inward means what? There are 2 returns. One is returns inward, returns outward. When do we get the return inwards? That is sales return. When I sell the goods, goods can be returned. So when the returns are coming, they are basically sales returns. When the returns are going out, they are return outwards. So here he is talking about return inwards. Return inward book is nothing but sales return book. Return inward book is nothing but sales return book. So that is undercasted by 50 rupees. Next one. A sum of 250 rupees written off as depreciation on machinery has not been debited to depreciation account. That has not been debited to depreciation account, he is saying. Next, a payment of 75 rupees for salary has been posted twice to salaries account. So salaries account is double posted. Next, The total of bills receivable book 1500 has been posted to the credit of bills receivable account. Bills receivable account is an asset. It should be posted to debit, but it is posted to credit. So how to rectify all these things we are going to learn now. An amount of 151 rupees for a credit sale to Hari, although correctly entered in the sales book, has been posted as 115. I think similar point I explained in my previous video. Anyway, we'll talk about this again. Discount allowed to Satish 25 rupees has not been entered in the discount column of the cash book. It is not entered in the cash book. That amount has been posted correctly to the credit of personal account. So personal account also it got posted correctly, and but it is not entered in the cash book. That is what he's saying. How that is going to be, we are going to work upon that. So these are the 7 points they have given. We need to look into each and every point and see how the rectification can be done. Right. First one, what he is saying, the total to the purchase book has been undercasted. Let us say this is purchase book. PB is purchase book. Okay. Undercasted by 100 rupees. That means the total may be 2000, but I totaled as 1900. Actually, it should be 2000, but I totaled this as 1900. That means what? 100 rupees undercasting in purchase book. I told you in my previous video very clearly. The totals of purchase book will be posted to purchase account. The totals of purchase book will be posted to purchase account. So this 1900 would have gone to purchase account, PA, purchase account. How? To purchase book. Maybe you would have written 1900. That means what? 100 rupees shortage has been posted here. So this has impact on purchase account. This undercasting has impact on purchase account. Why this will not have impact on supplier accounts? I told you this point also in my previous video. Supplier accounts, I took X, Y, Z, A, B, C examples. Those amounts posted against each supplier account will be posted correctly to the supplier accounts. Hence, you don't see any problem in supplier accounts. Whereas, when there is an undercasting in purchase book, the totals of the purchase book will be posted to purchase account. Hence, the problem will be there in purchase account only, not in the supplier accounts. Clear on this point? If you are not clear, still you can go ahead and watch my previous video. You can definitely understand what exactly I explained in the previous video. Right? So this has impact only on purchase account. That means only one leg is impacted. Only purchase account got impacted. Since only purchase account got impacted, you just need to put this is undercasting in purchase account, right? So what did he mention here in solution? To undercasting of purchase book for the month of so and so 100 rupees. This is the point you need to write. That's all. Rectification is done. Where do you need to put this? This in debit side of the purchase account. Debit side of the purchase account. You just need to write this to undercasting of purchase book for the month of so and so. 100 rupees is undercasting, so let us put 100 rupees. Are you clear? Next, the written inward book has been undercasted by 50 rupees. Written inward book. What do you mean by written inward book? I told you sales written. Sales written book or written inward book. Either way you can call. So this is undercasted by 50. For example, this is totaled as 1000 rupees, but by I totaled as 950. That means 50 rupees undercasting happened. Again, I am repeating the same point. The totals of the sales return book or returns inward book will be posted to sales return account. This is called sales return account. So this 950 will get posted in debit side of the sales returns. Debit side, how can I say debit side? What is the entry for sales returns? Sales returns account to debit to customer's account. Am I right? Sales returns, goods are coming. So they are sales returns, right? Sales returns account debit to customer's account. So this is the entry. So sales return account has to be debited to the extent of the totals of the sales return book. Sales return book is total is 950. So 950 got posted. What about customer accounts here? They will get posted as per the amounts posted against each customer. So there is no problem in customer accounts. The problem is lying only in total because the total was undercasted. Since the total was undercasted, it will have impact only in sales returns account. It will not have impact on customer accounts. You have to be very, very, very clear about this point. So this 50 rupees shortage happened here in sales return book. So you need to add 50 rupees. So what entry we write here? To undercasting of returns inward book 50 rupees. Because undercasting happened in sales return, right? So to undercasting of returns inward book 50 rupees. That is what you have to return and close this transaction. That is how the rectification has to be done. Are you clear? Right. Next. A sum of 250 rupees written off as depreciation on machinery has not been debited to depreciation account. So whenever there is a depreciation, depreciation is loss for us. All expenses and losses are supposed to be debited. So entry is going to be depreciation account debit. To that extent, your asset value will come down. Assets are debit balances. The value has to come down. Debit has to come down. So if debit has to come down, you need to credit it. One simple mathematical point I'll tell you, please note this point. Plus into plus equal to plus. Plus into minus equal to minus. Minus into plus equal to minus. Minus into minus equal to plus. I think you would have studied this in our maybe 6th standard or 5th standard when they were talking about mathematics, right? Here let us say debit. If I take debit and debit, sorry, this is also debit, you need to balance will increase. If there is one debit, one credit, the balance will come down. One credit and one debit, balance will come down. One credit and one credit, balance will increase. This is very important point. Again I am repeating. 1 plus into plus equal to plus. 1 debit into debit equal to plus. Value will get added. 1 plus into 1 minus equal to minus. 1 debit into 1 credit is equal to minus value. That is what these two are 1. I am just trying to compare. And second one, 1 minus into plus equal to minus. 1 credit into 1 debit is equal to minus. The value will come down. Value will come down. Then 1 minus into minus equal to plus. 1 credit into 1 credit is equal to value will be added. This is very, very important. You need to remember this. So now what are we talking? Depreciation. Depreciation is a loss. So when please note down this point, take the screenshot of it and keep it with you. Okay. Then when there is a depreciation, depreciation is a loss. So we need to debit a depreciation account and credit machinery account. Why I'm creating machinery is an asset. Asset means debit value. If debit value has to be reduced, you need to credit it. I told you 1 plus into 1 minus equal to minus. 1 debit into 1 credit is equal to value will come down. So machinery as such is a debit balance because it is an asset. If you want to reduce this balance, you need to credit. So you need to reduce the balance. So what you are supposed to do? Credit. That is the reason I am creating machinery account. So this principle will be very easy for you to remember. Okay. So depreciation account, what is the entry? Depreciation account debit to machinery account is the entry. So what is he saying? Machinery has not been debited to, depreciation on machinery has not been debited to depreciation account. If I prepare machinery account, that has been credited. When I prepare depreciation account, that has not been debited. They forgot to record here, but this has been recorded. This has been forgotten to record. So what you are supposed, 1 lakh got impacted. Since 1 lakh got impacted, what you need to do? You need to do to omission of posting 250. Because it is omission. Why it is omission? He forgot to write. He has omitted to write that entry in depreciation. So since it is omission, you need to write that as to omission of posting in depreciation account. And that is how you need to rectify. Why only 1 lakh is impacted? Because only one account got impacted. Only one account got impacted. Next. A payment of 75 rupees for salaries has been posted twice to the salaries account. So what is the entry for salaries? Salaries account debit to cash account or bank account. This is how we write an entry. Correct? Now, it has been salaries account when I prepare. This has been debited twice in salaries account. Double posting. So this has to be rectified. If you want to rectify debit, I told you 1 plus into minus equal to minus, 1 minus into plus equal to minus, 1 minus into minus equal to plus, 1 minus into 1 plus into another plus is equal to plus. This is the formula I gave you, right? Now salaries account is a debit, so debit is there. Two debits are there. If you want to reduce one debit, this debit you have to reduce. You can't go and strike off like this. You can't go and strike off like this, like kids. You can't do that. This 75 will be there as is, but you need to bring the 75 in credit side. Because why you need to bring it in credit side? If you want to reduce the debit, you need to credit it. This is the debit. Plus is debit. Minus is credit. If you want to reduce the debit, you need to minus it. So then the balance will come down. This minus is reduction in the balance. So if you want to reduce the balance, what you need to do, the 75 has to be credited in salaries account. So what entry we are supposed to book? By double posting 75 you need to write here, by double posting you need to write and keep that 75 rupees. Then the rectification is done. Clear? Next. A total of bills receivable book 1500 has been posted to the credit of bills receivable account. So whenever there is a bills receivable, what entry we write? We first need to understand, because you have to have a thorough control on journal entries, guys. I'm telling you, if you do not have control on journal entries, it will take very difficult for you to go to rectification of errors chapter. That is the reason I tried my level best to post as many videos as possible on journal entries. I sincerely request you to go and look into all journal entry videos, because I try to cover as many as possible, but it's a version. There are n number of journal entries one can learn. But that I tried my level best to give as much as possible. In case if you need some more journal entries to be explained fundamentally, please comment on my video. I will definitely shoot those number of journal entries. So I'm there to support you. Now here, bills receivable, what is that entry we put? Bills receivable BR account debit to customer account. This is how the entry is going to be for bills receivable, right? So bills receivable account has to be debited. This is the bills receivable account. This bills receivable account has to be debited with 1500, but they credited 1500 here. So if you want to rectify this 1500 has to come over here first. If you put 1500 here, this 1500 and this 1500, the balance is becoming 0 because it got cancelled. But you have to bring 1500 balance in bills receivable, right? Where is the balance? If you want to bring 1500 debit balance, you need to put another 1500 here, because it is wrongly posted in credit side. So what you are supposed to do, you need to put 2 times 1500. Why 2 times? One is to cancel this, other one is to bring in the actual debit. One is to cancel and one is to bring in the actual debit. So one we brought in for cancelling this, and another one we brought in to keep bills receivable account as 1500 rupees balance. So bills receivable account only got impacted, and that has to be rectified by debiting 3000 rupees. By debiting 3000. See what did we write here? So to wrong posting of bills receivable 3000. That is what you have to write and close this transaction. Clear? An amount of 151 for a credit sale to Hari, although correctly entered in the sales book, has been posted as 115. So what did we do here? We have, this is sales book. There is a credit sale happened. Here what we do, we say Hari account and we kept 151 because we sold Hari goods worth 151, right? So sales book got totaled correctly with 151. Although it is correctly entered in sales books, that means sales book it is correctly entered and totaled correctly, and it would have gone correctly to sales account as 151. So there is no issue here in sales account. There is no issue here in sales book. This is subsidiary book, this is ledger. Subsidiary book it posted correctly, and sales account also it got posted correctly. How do you say sales account got posted correctly? It goes based on the total value. As long as the total is correct, it will go correctly to sit in sales account. So the assumption is this 151 got posted correctly. Where is that mistake happened? The mistake happened while posting this to Hari account. The mistake happened while posting this amount to Hari account. So you need to prepare Hari account. Hari account has to be debited with 151, but we debited 115. We debited 150. Instead of 151, we debited 115. How much short we debited Hari? 36 rupees we short. So this 36 rupees we need to debit Hari account. So if you see here, two wrong posting 36. You need to put 36 to Hari account debit as to wrong posting 36. That is what you need to put and close this. Are you clear on this point? Right. Next, discount allowed to Satish 25 rupees has not been entered in the discount column of the cash book. So when I prepare the cash book, there will be two columns. One is discount column, other one is cash column. One is discount column, other one is cash column. So this is debit side, this is credit side. So discount allowed to Satish 25 has not been entered in the discount column of the cash book. The amount has been posted correctly to the credit of the personal account. So it has been posted correctly in personal account. Cash book also it got entered correctly, but where it did not get entered correctly? In discount account. Where it did not get posted correctly? In discount account. That is the meaning of it. Cash book it entered correctly. Sorry, cash book it has not been entered in the discount column. Here discount column it has not been entered. So cash book it did not entered correctly. Right? But personal account it got entered correctly. So that is what he's trying to say. I'm sorry for that. So he's saying it has not been entered in the discount column in the cash book. Here it is not entered. If this is not entered here, it will not go to discount column. It will not go to discount account, not column. It will not go to discount account. So what we are supposed to do now here is, from cash book, it should go to discount account. This is discount allowed. Discount allowed will be debited in cash book. Why? We give the discount only when we receive the amount. So since we received the amount, we gave the discount. So discount allowed is not entered here. This is not entered. If this is not entered here, the same balance will go to discount account, right? So discount account, we wouldn't have posted this amount. So we need to debit this in discount account now. Are you getting my point? Since this discount amount is not posted in cash book and under discount column, this will not go to discount account. So omission of discount allowed to Satish, you need to put 25 rupees and close this. Discount account, you need to put 25 rupees here, because if it is here, it will come here. If it is not here, it will not come here. So you need to put the 25 here, saying that to omission of discount allowed to Satish and close this transaction. Are you clear? So this is how the illustration we need to provide solution. And we are going to discuss about another illustration in coming video, next video, about multiple complete entries. We will discuss about complete entries also. So we will work upon the theory, we will work upon the illustrations as well, so if you are doing studying 11th standard or CA foundation or BCom, you don't require to join any tuitions. If you could go through my videos, you will get the total knowledge about the topics. I am not excluding any of this. Only thing what I am reducing here is number of problems I am not doing here, because it is taking too many videos. Each problem will take at least one video. So if I want to solve 50 problems, I need to take 50 videos for problems alone. So, but if you request, I don't have any problem to do those many videos. I will definitely do that. But you guys need to comment. You guys need to request me saying that I need these many videos. You take my board, you will definitely get those many videos from me. Right? So that is what is this rectification problem illustration 1 from institute material. I hope you like this content. If you like the content, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with your friends and colleagues. Right? Thank you so much.